I'm Lara Shannon and today we're going to look at the cloth versus disposable nappies debate and how you can reduce your impact on the environment, as well as find a nappy that works effectively as well. Now, most families will work their way through around about 5,000 disposable nappies by the time their child grows up. Cloth nappy users, well, they'll go through around about 50. Every year, over 800 million disposable nappies make their way to landfill. Now, that is a lot of waste because it makes up a total of around 5% of the landfill content. Disposable nappies also contain paper and plastics, not to mention chemicals and dyes which can irritate your baby's skin. Cotton, on the other hand, though, is a very water-intensive crop requiring fertilisers and herbicides to make it grow. Plus, you have to add electricity and water on top as well. So what is the right choice for you? Fortunately, we do have plenty of great nappy options around these days though to consider. We could start with compostable nappies, which of course provide the same benefits as a disposable one, but they break down. We've also got some fantastic new materials around these days for cloth nappies, things like the hemp and the bamboo. Now, both these crops are much kinder to the environment than the traditional brush cotton, so then you don't have to feel guilty about washing and using cotton nappies as well. We also have some great ones which I like to call hybrids. These ones here, which actually are a mixture of both, designed like a disposable, but they contain the bamboo inners or the hemp inners as well, which make them a lot more energy and washing efficient. Now, if you do employ some great energy efficient washing techniques as well as drying them out on the line rather than using a hand dryer, you can also reduce the impact of the cloth nappies. Well, I have with me today Maria Tranter, who is a mother of 3 and who has also tried a lot of the options that we've got here. Now, Maria, let's start with these eco ones versus disposable nappies. How do they compare in terms of effectiveness?
Well, I think when you look at the effectiveness of any disposable nappies, you need to look at 3 things. The first is you need to know that the nappy is going to provide a comfortable fit for your child. You need to know that the nappy is not going to leak, which is very important. And you also want to know that the nappy provides a comfortable fit for your baby so that they can crawl and walk around as easily as possible.
Okay.
Of course, standard disposable nappies and eco-disposable nappies can both do this.
Yep.
However, where they differ is what they're made out of and how they break down.
Okay, and so these ones are the eco ones. What's the difference between them and, say, a traditional big brand?
Well, with the standard disposable nappies, for example, the back sheet is made out of plastic. In biodegradable or eco-disposable nappy choices, the back sheet, for example, is based on natural and biodegradable materials. Okay. In this nappy, for example, the back sheet is based on corn and is 100% biodegradable. Okay, right. Another advantage of the eco nappies, and in both of these nappy brands, they contain less chemicals than your standard disposable nappy. Okay. So both of these nappies, for example, are 100% chlorine free, and as a result, the baby's skin comes in contact with less chemicals, and that's got to be better for baby sensitive
exactly.
skin.
It's not just about the environment either, it's about your baby's health as well.
That's correct.
Okay, now is there any good tips that you could give if you do choose to go eco nappy, how to best dispose of them?
Well, with any disposable nappies, Lara, you do need to get rid of the faeces prior to disposing of the nappy. So dispose of the faeces in the toilet, wrap up the nappy and pop it into a bio bag. I need to point out that there's no point using an eco-disposable nappy if you're going to put it in a plastic bag. Plastic bags do not break down, and all you're doing is enclosing an eco nappy into a plastic bag.
Okay, no plastic bags at all at home there?
No. Now, I do have some friends that do home composting, but you do need to have extreme care if you are doing it yourself. Okay. You need to know that your home composting conditions do have the ideal conditions for breaking down harmful bacteria that is contained in human waste.
Oh, good. Now, how do you reckon ones such as these, I like to call hybrids, how are these helping people sort of go towards cloth as well these days?
Well, modern nappies have certainly come a long way since I started using them. 7 years ago, I started with the standard square cloth nappy. I had never used a nappy in my life. I had the nurses teach me how to fold the nappy, how to put it on my child, and I have to admit I stuck with it for 3 months before changing over to disposable nappies at the time. And I'm glad to see that cloth nappies have come a long way. These modern cloth nappies, they look great, they've got bright colours, they're shaped like a disposable nappy.
They're pretty funky, aren't they?
They are, there's no pins are required, they've got snap closures, and of course they're washable and reusable. And I have friends, whilst I haven't used them, I do have friends who have used a combination of cloth nappies and the eco-disposables, and that suits their lifestyle really well.
Well, exactly, that's a good option as well. And so Maria, how do the costs compare when you look at all the different options around?
Well, when you're choosing a nappy for your child, you do need to look at a number of different things. One of them is budget, your lifestyle, the performance you expect out of a nappy, as well as how what's the impact it has on the environment.
Yep.
Now, there is a common misperception out there that eco nappies are more expensive. However, if you look at nappies on a nappy-to-nappy cost basis, you will find that they are quite competitively priced, and they are readily available in major supermarket retailers and online as well. So there's really no excuse. You can find these out in your stores.
Lovely. All right, well, thank you for that, Maria.
Thank you.
So parents using disposable nappies are going to spend around $3,000 to $5,000, and that's depending on the brand, of course. If you're using cloth, however, you're going to be looking to spend around about $1,200, and that includes the washing and drying on top. So if you're looking to protect the environment and save money at the same time, then you might like to consider cloth, and particularly such as hemp and bamboo. Or if you want the convenience as well as cloth mixed in between, then consider the hybrid ones. Or if you really just don't want to give up on the disposables, then consider the eco disposables, the ones that'll break down. But remember, if you are using biodegradable nappies, make sure you put them in a biodegradable bag, and also use biodegradable baby wipes. And just to finish it all off, when considering a nappy bag, rather than go for the PVC or the synthetic materials, why not look for some greener options such as this great nappy bag made out of recycled plastics, or even one made out of bamboo material. And that way, you truly are being green.